Welcome to today's class, the lesson number 7 of module number 1. In today's class, we will be studying about classification of soils. Now, soils can be classified based on uh, many parameters or things, such as it can be classified based on particle size, it can be classified based on its color, it can be classified based on its plasticity, texture, etc. Based on its fertility also the soil can be classified, but for engineering purposes we are going to classify the soil based on its particle size and based on its texture. There are many types of classification systems available. Let us go through what are the different classification systems that are available. Uh, uh, so the first type of classification system is based on particle size. But before we start that, let us know why we should classify the soil, or what are the requirements of soil classification system. The first requirement is it should have limited number of groups, because too many groups will lead to confusion, and the classification should be done based on its engineering properties, not on the parameters such as fertility or color, because in this subject we are only interested about the geotechnical parameters, not the chemical or the fertility aspects of the soil. The third requirement is, and the most important is, the classification must be simple, and it should use the terms which can be easily understood. These are the requirements of a classification system. Now, uh, several classification systems are evolved by different organizations around the world. Now, all these classification systems, it may be uh, classified or categorized under these groups. The first is the classification system uh, based on particle size. So the second classification system is based on texture. Third, it is based on the properties that are important to highway. So Highway Research Board has given a classification. Fourth one is unified soil classification, and fifth one, and the most important one, which we will be using, uh, which we are using in our country and in our subjects, is Indian soil classification. Let us briefly go through the first four classification systems. The first one is particle size classification. Uh, we have done this when we were doing particle size distribution. Now, uh, why the classification is done on particle size? Because the size of the individual particle of the soil has an important influence on behavior of soil. So based on particle size, the soil can be grouped into four categories: gravel, sand, silt, and clay. Now, based on the particle size, we have several classification systems. The first one is US Bureau of Soil and Public Road Administration classification system. So according to US Bureau classification system, this is the classification. Now if the particle size is greater than 2 mm, the particle is gravel. If the particle size is between 1 mm and 2 mm, that particular soil particles are called fine gravel. If the particle size is between 0.05 mm to 1 mm, it is sand. And again the sand can be again categorized into coarse sand, medium sand, fine sand and very fine sand. If the particle size is between 0.05 mm and 0.005 mm, it is silt. And if the particle size are smaller than 0.005 mm, that particular particles are called clay particles. This is US Bureau classification. The next is International Classification System. This is also known as Swedish classification system. Now in this classification system, it is similar to the US. So if the particle sizes are greater than 2 mm, it is gravel. If the particle size is smaller than 0.02 mm, it is clay. If the particle size is between 0.1 mm to 2 mm, then that particular particles are called sand. There is one more category added here, which is majla, or just denoted as Mo. Now the particle size is between 0.02 mm and 0.1 mm, then it is categorized as Mo. Next, the particle size between 0.002 mm and 0.02 mm, it is called as silt. And if the particle size is between 0.0002 mm and 0.02 mm, it is called clay. The next system is MIT system, which is developed by the Massachusetts Institute of Technology of USA. Now in this system, the soil is divided into 4 groups: gravel, the particle size is greater than 2 mm; sand, the particle size is between 0.06 mm and 2 mm; silt, if the particle size is between 0.002 mm and 0.06 mm; and lastly clay, if the particle size is smaller than 2 microns or 0.002 mm. So this is the classification system as per Massachusetts Institute of Technology. The last and the most important one, which concerns us, is the Indian Standard Classification System. It can be found in Codebook IS 1498 1970. Now, as per Indian Standard Classification, the soil can be put in 6 groups. The first one is boulder, cobble, gravel, sand, silt and clay. Okay, so 6 groups: boulders, cobble, gravel, sand, silt and clay. If the particle size is greater than 300 mm, then it is called boulders. If the particle size is between 80 mm to 300 mm, it is called cobble. If the particle size is between 4.75 mm and 80 mm, it is called gravel. Gravel can be again subcategorized into 2 groups: fine gravel and coarse gravel. Fine gravel particles, they are ranging between 4.75 mm to 20 mm, and coarse gravel is between 20 mm to 80 mm. Next, if the particle size is between 75 micron and 4.75 mm, 0.075 mm or 75 micron and 4.75 mm, the particles are called as sand. And again, sand can be subcategorized into 3 groups: fine sand, medium sand and coarse sand. The coarse sand is between 2 mm and 4.75 mm. Medium sand, the particle size is between 0.4 to 5 mm and 2 mm. And fine sand, the particle size is between 75 micron and 0.4 to 5 mm or 425 micron. Next, silt, the particle size is between 75 micron and 2 micron. And the smallest of all the particles is clay particles, and these particles size are less than 2 microns. The next category of classification is textural classification. That is, the soil is classified based on its uh, texture. Now, mainly there are three constituents of soil in the textural classification: sand, silt, and clay. The soil may be sandy, silty, or clayey. Texture means when you take soil and rub it in your palm, the soil may be soft, it may be rough. So texture is the, it indicates roughness or the softness of the soil. So in textural classification, we are also considering the particle sizes. Now, the textural classification, it depends on three constituents, that is uh, percentage of clay, percentage of silt, and percentage of sand. Okay, we are using this triangle. We are using not triangle. We are using this pyramid to do the textural classification. One side of the pyramid represents percentage of sand. One side of pyramid represents percentage of clay, and the third side of pyramid represents percentage of silt. And all the three sides are indicated by different colors. Yellow is sand, blue is clay, and red is silt. Now each side of the pyramid or triangle is equal, that is of same length, and each side will represent 0 to 100% of the particular type of parameter. Now so percentage clay side, it ranges from 0 to 100% of the clay. Percentage silt, it ranges from 0 at the top and 100% at the bottom. And for percentage sand, 0% on the right and 100% on the left. Now depending on texture, the soil may be classified as clay soil, or if the percentage of clay is predominant, it may be sandy clay, or sandy clay loam, or clay loam, silty clay, or silty clay loam, or it may be categorized as pure sand, loamy sand, sandy loam. Next, if it is silt, it can be pure silt, silty loam, silty clay loam, or silty clay. Now for example, let's say if a soil contains 30% sand, 30% sand is here, 20% silt, uh, okay, 30% sand, 20% silt, and 50% clay. Okay, 30% sand is here, and 20% silt is here, 50% clay is here. So 50%, I'll take this blue line, 20% is here, and 30% sand is here. So all these three lines meet here. This line indicates 30% sand, this line indicates 20% silt, and this blue line indicates 50% clay, and they all meet at this point, and this region indicates that it is pure clay. That particular point comes in the clay region, and hence the soil can be classified as clay. So this is how the soil is classified in textural classification. So to classify the soil under textural classification, we need percentage of sand, percentage of silt, and percentage of clay. Now this percentage of sand, silt, and clay, we get it from particle size distribution, and this particle size distribution may be based on Indian soil classification or US Bureau classification or MIT classification or any other type of classification. Now based on particle size classification, we'll calculate percentage sand, percentage clay, percentage silt, and then referring this pyramid, we will find where that point lies in which region, and we will classify the soil by textural classification. Now next, the one most important thing to remember here is this system assumes that soil does not contain particles
Sir,
large.
mute ಆಗಿದ್ರಿ.
Okay, can you hear now? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, since ಎಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ಮೈಕ್ ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗಿ?
2 minutes, sir.
Did you
graph ಇತ್ತಲ್ಲ sir ಅದು.
Okay, did you understand textural classification?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll just repeat this example. Let's say a soil contains 30% sand, 20% silt, and 50% clay. So from this chart or graph, 30% sand is here, so this line will represent 30% sand. 20% silt is represented by this line, this, and 50% clay is represented by this blue line, which is horizontal. Now 30% sand, 20% clay, 20% silt and 50% clay, that all those three lines meet here. So this is my point, and this point comes under clay region, so that particular soil is called clay soil. So this is how classification is done in the textural classification. Next, so before you are doing textural classification, you need to do particle size distribution and find out percentages of sand, silt and clay. So you have to do particle size distribution to do textural classification. So this is the chart or the graph that will help you do textural classification. The three main constituents: clay, silt and sand. So next we'll move to Indian Standard Classification System. Now before we start with Indian Standard Soil Classification System, we must know what is the Indian Standard Classification as per particle size. This is very important, how the soil is classified based on the particle size. I'll repeat this: particle size more than 300 mm, boulders; particle size more than 80 mm, it is cobble. These two. Next, the important ones: If the particle size is between 4.75 mm and 80 mm, it is gravel. If the particle size is between 75 micron and 4.75 mm, then it is sand. If the particle size is between 2 micron and 75 micron, then it is silt. If the particle size is smaller than 2 micron, it is clay. So please remember clay, silt, sand and gravel. And here, if the particle size is greater than 75 micron, it is coarse grained. If the particle size is smaller than 75 micron, it is fine grained. So clay and silt are fine grained soil, sand and gravel are coarse grained particles. Clay and silt, fine grained particles. Sand, gravel, cobble and boulders, they are coarse grained particles. We will move to Indian Standard Soil Classification System. So in this system, this is similar to the unified system, but there is one basic difference in the classification of fine grained soil. In Indian Standard Soil Classification System, fine grained soils are classified based on their compressibility. Now, based on the compressibility, there can be three groups in Indian Standard System, that is low, medium and high. But in Unified Soil Classification System, there are only two categories of compressibility, low and high. Now, in Indian Standard Soil Classification System, soil can be divided into three broad divisions. First one is coarse grained soil. Second, fine grained soil. Third one is organic soil. Okay. So three main categories: coarse grained soil, fine grained soil and organic soil. In organic soil, there is a large percentage of organic matter or particles of decomposed vegetation. You may have heard of vermicomposting, where we are using highly organic soil. Next, so this category of soil is marked as peat, P-E-A-T. So in all, there are three broad divisions. First is coarse grained soil, fine grained soil and peat. But in all, there are 18 groups of soil in Indian Standard Classification System. 8 groups are in coarse grained soils, 9 groups are in fine grained soil, and peat is separate one group. So first let us see the classification of coarse grained soils. So when the soil is coarse grained soil, let's say we have 1 kg of soil and coarse grained soil particle sizes are greater than 75 micron. So particle sizes are more than 75 micron. It is called coarse grained particles. So let's say we have 1 kg of soil and we will sieve that soil through 75 micron sieve. We have 1 kg of soil and we will sieve it through 75 micron sieve. If more than 50% is retained, that is, if more than 500 grams or 0.5 kg is retained on 75 micron sieve, then that soil is called coarse grained soil. 1 kg of soil, we sieve it on 75 micron sieve. If more than 500 grams, that is more than 50% is retained on 75 micron sieve, then it is called coarse grained soil. If more than 500 grams is passing through 75 micron sieve, then it is called fine grained soil. So now let's say we have taken 1 kg of sample and more than 50% is retaining, so that particular soil is coarse grained soil. Now in coarse grained soil again we have gravel and sand. So if majority of particles present in the coarse grained soil are gravel is if the size is from 4.75 mm to 20 mm. So like I told you have to remember the particle size distribution. Size of gravel is between 4.75 to 80 mm. So in the let's say 600 grams of soil is retained. We took 1 kg of soil and 600 grams of soil is retained on 75 micron sieve, and out of this 600, let's say more than 50% is greater than 4.75 mm sieve. So we will take that 600 grams of soil and we will sieve it through 4.75 mm sieve. If more than 300 grams is retained on the 4.75 mm sieve, then it is gravel. Or if more than 300 grams passes through 4.75 mm sieve, it is sand. So first, when we have soil, we should see whether the given soil is coarse grained soil or fine grained soil. If the given soil is fine grained soil, we have to check whether the soil is gravel or sand. Next, if the given soil is, let's say, coarse grained gravel, it may be well, okay, let's say it is coarse grained soil, and out of 1000 grams, that is out of 1 kg, more than the fine grained soil is more than 12%. That is 12% of 1000 grams is 120 grams. That is 120, more than 120 grams is passing through 75 micron. We have 1 kg of soil, more than 50 grams is retained on 75 micron, but also more than 12% is passing through 75 micron. Then the soil may be classified as silty gravel or silty sand, or it may be classified as clayey gravel or clayey sand. GM is, G stands for gravel, M stands for silt, S stands for sand, and M stands for silt, and C stands for clay. So GM stands for silty gravel, SM stands for silty sand, and GC stands for clayey gravel, and SC stands for clayey sand. So so first we have to see whether soil is coarse grained or fine grained. If it is coarse grained, we have to see whether it is gravel or sand. If it is gravel or sand, we have to see whether more than 12% fines are passing through the 75 micron sieve. If more than 12% sand is passing through 75 micron sieve, then the given soil may be silty gravel or silty sand, clay gravel or clay sand. And if more than 12% is not passing through the 75 micron sieve, then the given soil may be well graded gravel or poorly graded gravel, well graded sand or poorly graded sand. So these are the 8 type of classifications: well graded gravel, poorly graded gravel, well graded sand, poorly graded sand, silty gravel or silty sand, clay gravel or clay sand. These are the 8 groups of coarse grained soil. Next we will go to fine grained soil. Here there are 9 groups. So fine grained soils, they are classified based on the plasticity chart. Mm. So I'll show you the plasticity chart. Now always yeah, I don't have plasticity chart here. Hello. The chart is visible or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is plasticity chart. X-axis is liquid limit. Yesterday we were discussing about liquid limit. It is one of the index properties. Y-axis is plasticity index. Plasticity index is given by liquid limit minus uh, plastic limit. So x-axis is liquid limit, y-axis is plasticity index. Now if the liquid limit is more than 50, this is 50. If liquid limit is more than 50, then soil is highly compressible. If liquid limit is between 35 and 50, it is the compressibility is medium. If the liquid limit is less than 35, then compressibility is low. Please remember this: liquid limit more than 50, compressibility is high. Liquid limit is between 35 and 50, compressibility is medium. Liquid limit is less than 35, compressibility is low. Next, this is my A line. This is my A line. So we have to draw this A line. If the point of the soil lies above A line, then it is clay. C. If the point of the soil lies below the A line, then it is silt. So we have to see where our point is lying. If the point is above A line, it indicates clay, and its liquid limit is more than 50, it indicates clay of high compressibility. Liquid limit between 35 and 50, it indicates clay of intermediate compressibility. If liquid limit is less than 35, it indicates clay of low compressibility. Next, if the point is below A line, then it is silt. And if liquid limit is more than 50, it is high compressible silt. If liquid limit is between 35 to 50 and point is below A line, then the silt is of medium compressibility. If liquid limit is less than 35 and point lies below, then that particular soil is called silt of low compressibility. And also we have a small region here where the plasticity index is between 4 and 7, and liquid limit is more than 10. So if plasticity index is between 4 and 7 and liquid limit is between 10 and 30, then the point comes under a dual natured soil, which is clay and silt of low compressibility. It comes under both the categories, Cl and Ml. Cl is clay of low compressibility, Ml is silt of low compressibility. So, or sometimes if the point is below A line, it may be organic soil also. So if the point is above A line, it is always clay. If the point is below A line, it may be silty soil or organic soil. Depending upon the liquid limit, the organic soil may be organic soil of high compressibility, organic soil of intermediate compressibility. So there are 9 groups here. First is 9 types: clay of high compressibility, clay of intermediate compressibility, clay of low compressibility, silt of high compressibility, silt of medium compressibility, and silt of low compressibility. Next, organic soil of high compressibility, organic soil of intermediate compressibility, and the last one is the dual classification, that is CL/ML, clay and silt of low compressibility. Now, always we are using this plasticity chart to do classification of fine-grained soils. You will understand it in detail when we solve some problems. For the next in the next class, we'll be solving problems based on the index properties, the basic terminologies, and classification. You will understand this in much more clearer way when you solve problems. Okay, so I'll just repeat the Indian classification system. In Indian classification system, there are 3 categories, broad categories: coarse grained soil, fine grained soil, and peat. First, we have to check whether the given soil is coarse grained soil or fine grained soil. If it is coarse grained soil, then we have to see whether the given soil is gravel or sand. And if it after we check whether the soil is gravel or sand, then we have to see whether it is fine well graded gravel or poorly graded gravel, or if it is silty gravel or clayey gravel. And if it is sand, we have to see whether the given soil is well graded sand or poorly graded sand, or if it is silty sand or clayey sand. Next, if the given soil is fine grained soil, we will plot the plasticity chart, and in the plasticity chart, x-axis is liquid limit, y-axis is plasticity index. Depending we have to conduct liquid limit experiment and plastic limit experiment. We have to find its liquid limit, we have to find its plastic limit, and then we have to calculate plasticity index, which is plasticity index is equal to liquid limit minus plastic limit. Then we have to plot that point on the plasticity chart. Depending on where that point lies, we can categorize the soil as clay soil or silty soil or organic soil. And depending on liquid limit, whether it is more than 50 or it is less than 35 or it is between 35 and 50, we can categorize it as highly compressible, medium compressible, or low compressible clay or silt or organic soil. So this is soil classification. The last type, that is Indian standard soil classification, is very important. Please go through that. Based on this, we will solve some problems in the next class. I told you, so that's it for today's class. But I told you I'll give assignment. I had already given an assignment. What was that? What was the assignment
Formula.
given to you?
Formulas.
You have to derive all the relationships or formulas, and you have to derive them neatly. And I don't think the classes will be physical classes will be starting any soon. So I don't think we'll be doing any experiments or exercises based on this. So your assignment is I'll send you some question papers. You have to solve numerical questions from those question papers, and some of the questions from those question papers I'll solve it in the next class. That is tomorrow at tomorrow my class is at 10 o'clock. Tomorrow we'll meet at 11 o'clock. Tomorrow my class is at 11 o'clock. So in tomorrow's class I will be solving some problems, and Okay, okay, sorry. Tomorrow my class is at 10 o'clock. Sorry, 10 o'clock. And tomorrow's class I will solve problems, and based on that, you have to do your assignment. For your assignment, I'll give you external exam question papers, and you have to solve problems from those question papers. And also you have to do those derivations. So this is your assignment. If you're not submitting the assignment, uh, you won't be able to write first IA. First IA is on 8th, 9th and 10th of October. So if you want to write that IA, you have to submit the assignment. I'll again repeat, assignment is derivations and numerical problems. Okay, so we'll meet tomorrow at 10 o'clock. So that's it for today's class. Thank you for attending. We'll meet tomorrow at 10.